Okay, the next one up is the Westinghouse M91 rifle. This here was made in the United States by Westinghouse, one of the subcontractors for the Imperial Russian Army back prior to World War I. I did a real good video on this, showing this gun. Now, the strange thing about this gun is, even though there isn't an SA stamped anywhere we can see, it does have the sight modification that the fins used on it. And I believe one of these leather straps may have had a maker or something, I believe was finished. I'm not quite sure. We can safely say it was used by the fins. Probably captured after World War I or something, or sold. But it doesn't have, like the other one has, the Austrian mark on it. This one doesn't have the markings. But I will show you with this example the bayonets. Here is the original M91 style bayonet, which basically, hopefully I can get this to go on, basically goes on like that, over, and then this rotates over to lock it on. That's the M91 style. Now, these will only fit on the M91 rifles with the front sight that it has. They won't go on the M9130s, it won't clear the sight. But the M9130 bayonet was designed to where it will fit on here. I can get the spring tension back. There. And an M9130 bayonet will fit on an M91 rifle, but not vice versa. Now, this rifle has a little bit more wear to it than the other one. A 301 pin went through the bore all the way, and a 302 pin would go down 16.5 inches from the muzzle, which is quite a good distance. Down in here somewhere the pin would go. I measured it with a rod. So 16.5 inches. I believe what this is telling us is that the bore, this gun has been shot a lot to where there's erosion in the bore itself down. But when I slug the bore, let me see where it is, the groove diameter, the Sestroretsky's 315, this one has a groove diameter of 314. So the grooves are a bit shallower, but it had wear on it. So this one went through the same test, and when I will go over and examine the target, and because I shot the first one, it shot low, I kind of got nervous and changed my sight picture, which I shouldn't have done, because I think we'll look at this target that this is one of the guns I was saying probably the bayonet really doesn't have an effect on it much. Okay, our first 10 were kind of on the low side. I got them circulated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's my 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all 20 of them are on there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they were shooting down in this range with the point of aim here. So I figured, well, when I put the bayonet on, I raise the point of aim up here. And then see, I was hitting the bullseyes. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. They kind of grouped in there. So actually, the distance, say, between these is about 5 inches, and my point of impact changed about 5 inches. So these would probably have impacted in the same area whether the bayonet was on or not. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. These two guns I did that. I changed where I aimed. Where most of them were shooting high or not low enough to where I didn't have to do that on the other ones. But so as for our grouping width with that barrel, we're about 4 inches or so. Still tighter than the Szesareski gun, and without the bayonet, 4.5 we're looking at. So it's a better shooter, even though it's worn. You know, I don't know if it's because it had a smaller groove diameter by 1/1000 would impact that. You know, where the other one was 1,000 deeper rifling, even though the bore wasn't worn. This one's worn, but it seemed to kind of group a little bit better, about 1/2 inch better or so. So it's not too bad with the military ammo and that. And that's the results with this gun. And that one there's, you know, got some wear to it. And I don't believe that the point of impact was affected much, maybe by 1 inch or so, by adding the bayonet on. So that was one curious thing on this. I can test this again just to prove it. Fire with, you know, the same point of aim with and without the bayonet. See if the group stays in the same area, then this rifle, the attaching the bayonet doesn't affect the point of impact. So that's it for the second one.